Hello, everyone. This is Tommy at World at War Comics, and thanks for joining us today on our podcast. We have another amazing guest. This time, we have Omar Francia. He is a artist for DC Comics. He's done a lot of independent stuff. You've probably seen his work on Doom Patrol, which I just showed you. He's also done Arrow. He has done Batman. He's done a lot of different things. You're going to really enjoy this conversation. In addition to all of his history in comics, being a comic artists coming from Argentina and some of the struggles of trying to break through, eventually moving to the US where it's a little bit easier to work. We also get into some of the other struggles that artists go through, especially when they're not made partners in some of the comic books that they've worked on, especially on the independent side. Just a really thoughtful and amazing conversation. Omar is an amazing human being. I think you're going to enjoy this conversation. Well, thanks for joining us. Remember, please subscribe and like these videos. It really helps out the channel and hopes to bring more of these type of guests to the show. Without further ado, here's Omar and I today. Talk soon.
Well, hello, everyone. We want to welcome Omar Francia, the artist extraordinaire, worked for DC. You've done a lot. Omar. You've got a lot going on. We were just talking about this Doom Patrol crazy issue that you did and Volition. Yeah. And I think you wrote for Arrow, Batman. You've done a lot, my friend. Welcome to the show, and thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you very much for having me here. Yeah. I was surprised when you find my name and you find my art. I asked you, where did you find me? And you say you were a big DC fan. So, yeah. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I love DC.
Yeah. I know. I love those figures, man. If I'm going to your home, I'm going to.
Yeah. Hey, anytime you're in the area, Omar, come on over, my friend. Come on over, man. I got my spot.
I'm gonna grab a couple and run.
All right, sounds good. Fair enough, Omar.
I have some.
Yeah. Which do you have?
Sorry.
You collect too, though, right? A lot of figures.
Yeah, here is more like a hobby.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see something that is significant to me. Yeah. So I say, hey, I have to get that one, and I find the best price. And then when I have the best price, I try to get because sometimes the comic book stores have these toys a little expensive.
Yeah.
So I have to look for it because it varies from $20 to $29, maybe $34.
Yep.
It's as long as they out of stock, they get a little expensive. So
yeah. I try to go through McFarlane, his website, because he does a lot of deals there and he has coupons and stuff like that. But yeah,
you make pre-orders. The pre-orders are cool.
Yeah. Also, my wife puts me on restrictions sometimes on how many I could buy. So sometimes I buy them on Amazon and sneak them into the room sometimes.
You live in the same nightmare as me, so
exactly. That's the only thing holding me back, my friend, which is probably a good thing. We'd be homeless, but I'd have a lot of figures.
Actually, yeah. Yesterday we went to Disney Springs. Just to walk around and have a good day. I didn't find a couple of things. And my wife say, you're capable to separate food from toys, and you will be more like giving toys more importance than buying food for the mom.
Hey,
no, but okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I could go without lunch if you let me get a toy, that's for sure.
I always change that.
Yeah.
What you prefer, this toy or
yeah. We'll have peanut butter and jelly for lunch, that's all.
Yeah.
No problem. Oh man, Omar, man. Well, Omar, if we could jump in, man, I would love just to talk about how you got into comic books. Where did that passion for drawing start for you, my friend?
Okay, the passion for drawing, I think, is forever. I always loved to grab a pencil and do something. When I was a child, that was one of the way of communicate things to people.
Yeah.
So I tried to do. I wasn't a really like a speaking child. I was a little. I don't know what to say when you
Like
are
shy,
inside.
a little shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I wasn't shy, but I was afraid of what people could think about
Yeah.
what I wanted to say. So
Mhm.
I tried to do it through images.
Yeah.
So it was a playful thing. It was just playing with that.
Yeah.
But then my passion started with the movies. I love movies.
Yeah.
So I wanted to study for that. But in Argentina, that wasn't something like too serious as a career, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to look for the exact best place to do it because they could be a little tricky and they don't give you all the tools and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I studied cinematography. I'm sorry, cinematography here is for the lighting and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I studied movie direction.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to be a director.
Yeah.
So I studied in several places. I ended up studying for 2 years in almost a serious place. But I realized that for that time,
Mhm.
where no cell phones filming, or there was no even photography in cell phones,
Yeah.
it was also too difficult. If you wanted to film something and you wanted to practice that and be better in that area, you have to really practice. It's the same as any other thing, like
Yeah.
drawing, for example.
Mhm.
So, and add the idea that if you want to film something, you have to be the friend of the
Yeah.
family of,
Yeah.
and that things started to weigh over me. And I
Mhm.
say, I will never going to explore my skills in this area because there are too many things in the middle. I will be dealing with that first, then I will
Mhm.
start being maybe better in filming. So
Yeah.
I find a different way to tell
Yeah.
stories because I
Mhm.
have the hunger to tell stories to people. And I have a
Yeah.
lot of things, a lot of ideas and all that stuff, and I always love to draw. So I started studying illustration,
Mhm.
comics. Also, there is no, at that time, there wasn't no school that you say that is the perfect school for that. So you have to
Yeah.
put something from yourself,
Mhm.
find the right people to find the right tips, the right,
Mhm.
the right books to study
Right.
anatomy, the right books to study light and shadows,
Mhm.
and all the stuff. And I think it's never an ending. It's a never ending learning. So you can keep doing it, but there is no diploma or anything that you
Yeah.
say, hey, you are a comic book artist.
Yeah.
That never happened. So I
Yeah.
start working whatever I had the opportunity to work with. In Argentina, I worked for children's books. I did
Mhm.
illustration for children's books, illustration for
Yeah.
magazines that talk about video games. So they gave me a video game title and say, they do an illustration for this. So I started doing whatever I have in my hands.
That's
I
cool.
did some independent stuff in Argentina.
Mhm.
I have the impulse to create a lot of licenses, but
Yeah.
I didn't have the opportunity because in Argentina it's too difficult.
Yeah.
I always say that now with 47 years old, I think that if I bring all that power that I have in that moment, that strength and energy now here with the
Right.
things going on right now with the crowdfunding and all that stuff, I
Mhm.
think that I will be just fine. I will be doing some great things, but
Yeah.
now I have to feed my family, so it's more complicated.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
want to
For
do
sure.
it anyway. I'm targeting that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I ended up deciding to travel.
Mhm.
And I talked with Ariel, who was one of my teachers,
Mhm.
Ariel Liberi. So I asked him, what can I do? He said, raise some money, go to San Diego,
Yeah.
make the best samples that you can. So
Yeah.
he helped me with the samples. He checked it out, and
That's cool.
so I went to San Diego. The main publishers wasn't so available,
Yeah.
but I had the opportunity to be like a tour visit from I don't remember the name, one of the creators of Ben 10.
Okay.
Joe Kelly.
Oh, Joe Kelly. Yeah, yeah.
Superman. Yeah,
Yeah.
And Joe was like a friend. I never met him in person, but when I get there,
Yeah.
he showed me everybody. He
Yeah.
showed me many editors and all that stuff, and say, okay, my
That's
English
cool.
was way worse than now. I wanted to, do something with that trip because it
Yeah.
costed me a lot to get
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I bet. I bet.
I wanted to use it, so I move around everywhere. And then one friend told me, hey, you have to make the line for Dark Horse
Mm.
because they are looking for artists right now, and you may. And I was so tired.
Yeah.
And the girlfriend of my friend, he said, I already pointed, I already scheduled you. I went there and I put your name. Really? Yeah. You have to go. So
Yeah.
I wait the line, a really long line.
Yeah.
And when I get there, for my surprise, after being showing the samples to many people,
Mm-hmm.
Randy Stradley told me, you remember Randy Stradley?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you able to work for Sours? And I said, what the fuck? I wasn't thinking about, anatomy, people with capes.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about all the stuff that Star Wars have, and knowing everything about Star Wars, you have to be
Yeah.
have a really nice knowledge of the
Yeah,
license
yeah.
things. They were trying to make Star Wars Legacy something
Oh,
really
okay.
important,
Yeah.
license, and they did.
Yep.
So I ended up working for that first.
That's
And then,
awesome.
after a year and a half or something, they offered me to make the whole series of Mass Effect
Wow.
comic books.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
was really, the breaking was there.
Yeah.
I have all that in my hands.
That
So
is
I have
so
to.
cool, man.
I met the writer of the game, the writer of the comic book. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was really great.
Yeah,
And
what
then
a great experience.
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, so was that your first time into the US as well?
Exactly.
Wow,
First
your
time.
first time in the US, you go to San Diego
2009.
Comic-Con, which is like
Oh
the
no,
biggest.
2007.
Oh,
2007.
2007, yeah.
Yeah.
And you went to San Diego Comic-Con,
Yes.
which is huge.
Which is huge, and it was like the all-time San Diego Comic Con. It's not the same as now. They prepare a whole floor for the booth for the people who wanted to see samples. So they have a lot. They have an event for the samples. For
exactly.
The portfolio reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really great. I actually get to know people from DC because they put me first on the list for the portfolio review. They like ask you like a little portfolio that you have to submit.
Okay.
And then they choose you and they put you in a monitor. So you have to check the monitor to see if you are selected.
Oh,
so
wow.
I went to their interview. They don't give me any promises or anything.
Yeah.
But they give me some good tips. I ended up meeting that time she was the like the DC licensing director.
Oh, okay.
The art director for that.
Mm-hmm.
And she stopped working for Warner Bros. And DC like a year later.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave all the stuff that she recollected to Janice Walker.
Oh, wow.
Now, years, she's one of the top of the list.
Yeah.
In the art direction of DC and Warner Bros. So and I get a really nice relationship with her. I start working with her in coloring, whatever she want me to put it.
Yeah.
And then like a couple years ago, she gave me the Catwoman Hunted cover for the Blu-ray. So nice, and a movie cover, hey.
That's awesome. So was Catwoman your first DC project that you did?
No,
What was your first DC?
The first DC project was actually it was Batman, the Legend of the Dark Knight.
Legend of the Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah, but the project come to a pause because they needed to start working on the Arrow comic books to impulse the series. They wanted to push the series a little further, so they asked me if I could start with that, and then continue with the Batman Legend of the Dark Knight. So that's what I did. And yeah, I worked on the Arrow comics. Then I came back to the comic that I was doing for Batman. And it was great. It happened to me that time of my life was a little complicated because, Argentina is not the most secure place to live. I never had a problem before, but just in that moment when I was coming back to Batman, some people entered my house and they robbed me.
Oh my goodness.
They didn't touch my tools, but they destroyed my house.
Wow.
So in front of me. So it was a little complicated for me to get back on track after that. And, finishing that comic book was a little crazy because I didn't feel so cool. I didn't feel good enough to keep working on the comic. So they wait for me like a month or something. And that's not the best thing to do. If you are a comic book artist.
But I didn't understand. Understandable though. That's a traumatic experience to have to go through.
So, but anyway, the comic get published, then the relationship never ends. So for some things or others, I stay working with them.
Excellent.
Or comics, and then the Doom Patrol, but that was a couple, like 3 years ago.
This one's a little bit newer. And then so you got through DC, you did Arrow, you did Batman, you've done Doom Patrol. Where did you go after DC?
In the middle of the work that I've been doing for main publishers, I got other proposals to work on the independent things. I get a lot of things completed, but the thing is, as they are independent, most of them they didn't publish it yet. They have all the art, and I already published something in Instagram, a couple stuff that I did for them, some covers and stuff, and interior art that I did a lot of interior art, but that's the thing with working with independent. Maybe they pay you a really good money sometimes, but you don't know when you are going to be published, and the time passes, and you don't have you don't have the permanence on the media as it should be. Because all the people see is looking for that, especially the main publisher.
Absolutely.
So but I moved here. I needed work. 2020, and after 2020, I needed to work more. Because I needed to come back and get back on track. It was a really messy year. So I took a lot of independent work. Some of them are not yet published. Some of them they are. I have the opportunity to work with like video games licenses. Like
that's pretty cool.
PUBG. I don't remember that game, the online game.
Yeah.
And I recently worked for I don't remember the name. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, Omar. That's okay. So you've done some.
I'm working for Cryptozoic. They do like card games and all that stuff. And they created a big box with all the characters of DC, and they asked me to do both covers, the DC heroes and the DC villains. That was amazing.
That would have been awesome, man. I have to look that up. I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a pity that you didn't know that, because I could give you some prints that I did with the characters.
Oh wow, yeah.
I know if it was for you, I will give you.
No problem, Omar. No problem.
Yeah,
But that
I can
sounds
send you
amazing.
that.
So the two covers, the villain cover and then the hero cover, it has all the different villains all on one page, like that type of a thing. Oh wow, that must have took forever too.
It took like a month and a half to do both illustrations.
Wow.
Because they ask you for all the characters to be in separate files, so they can use it for other things or move it around or something. So they have to be full, complete figures. No matter if they then will be overlapped with other characters.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work, but it was nice.
I bet you it came out beautiful. I got to check that out.
Yeah, you have to check that out. I am really proud.
Yeah, you should be. That's amazing. So now, as far as today, are you doing commission work and are you open for commissions and whatnot?
Yeah. Because I have some time right now. I started a new independent comic that I'm begging that is going to be published. I know this publisher is more like serious in the thing. He is the owner of the Unstoppable Comics. I don't know if you've heard about that.
I have. I work with a lot of independents, so yeah, I think I might have something actually.
I maybe you have, if you collect those you may have it, because he has always a big stand in New York Comic Con. So, and he's serious about that, you know. He also did some action figures.
Oh wow!
So he's serious on that.
That's expensive, my friend. That's expensive.
Yeah. They're little ones, but really cool. So we are starting a project with a nice character.
That's awesome, man.
It's not superhero. It's something different, but it's really nice.
Yeah. That's great. And then as far as I was telling you the story of my sister and brother-in-law visiting you in Florida, and they took my Volition comic and they got it signed for me because they said, "Hey, this guy named Omar." I'm like, "Oh, Omar's gonna be there. Yeah, let me send you a comic so you can get it signed." So, is that you doing a lot of that as well? Are you doing a lot of signings throughout Florida at different comic book stores, or is that just a one-time thing?
Yeah. We're trying. I'm working with a friend. He's trying to get all the possibilities on being appearances on the comic book stores around here. We're trying to move a little further. So we can cover other places.
Let me know when you come to California, Omar.
Oh I went there once, but like
2007, San Diego, right?
Oh no! After that, I went in 2009, and then I went there on 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But not at a convention the last time, but we went there anyway.
Yeah. Well, the next time you're out here, let me know. We'll get you set up in some stores as well.
Yeah. I'm taking commissions right now because I have a little more time, and I'm also exploring with different tools. I'm exploring with traditional paintings. All that I have.
I could see those right there.
Because
reminds me of like an Alex Ross style of painting.
I don't know. That's too much.
Man, that's what it looks like back there. You got Catwoman. It looks like Batman. Is that Harley Quinn? Huntress. That's awesome, man. That's beautiful.
The idea is go back to the traditional, especially because what is going on right now. First, it's because I studied with that and I wanted to come back. I have my digital tools. I work with digital tools because it's easy for the industry to get your work faster. But traditional tools are like a passion. You feel better when you work with those, and when you create something physical and you can have it. You can do things with that too. Business or give it to a friend.
Exactly.
It's different. But coming back to that was a possibility that I have. So I started working on it, and people start asking for if I sell this painting. So I start selling it. So it's cool. I have also comic book fans the website is CAF.
Okay.
Comic art fans.
Comic art
the
fans.
website.
Yeah. I went to your website. Yeah.
We created a profile there, so I have all the original stuff there. So
yeah. I'll put the link on the page for everybody.
Yeah.
That way they could go to it and see all of your work, because it's pretty incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. It's things that as an artist you have to do, right?
Oh yeah, you got to get your work out there, and I think people will be very impressed when they see it if they're not familiar with it, because it's pretty good.
I was saying about these days, what is happening these days because of the AI and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a dark place to enter right now, but
For sure.
AI is a thing. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of that. Change the mind of what you think you are or what you think you can create.
Yeah.
Because you are able to ask for it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you create art or whatever, but if you think you're a creator because you're asking for it, if you translate that concept in any other areas of the work in the whatever thing in the world, you will be thinking and asking for rights just for the thing that you are asking for the product. That is crazy. The other things are, we can have a discussion with what we can do as a tool with that. But that idea is complicated. So many of the things right now in the art business are getting a little more valuable if it is a physical thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We are like understanding better that is a rarity. So if you have something physical, hey, this person creates this with tools, with real tools.
So with their hands, right? With real.
That cannot be prompted.
Exactly.
Not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet. But,
no, I think there's been a very healthy pushback of AI art coming into comic books, and I think that's very healthy. We need to protect the industry. We need to protect our artists. And it's not the same, you know what I mean? We have to be very careful with that. And I agree with you, and that's why we want to try and highlight as many artists and creators as possible. These are people like you that have a board behind them and are painting, and I mean, just it's not the same, right? You want to have that human touch, and I think that's what makes art.
Yeah, the thing is, many people are worried about losing jobs because they think many I don't know editors or publishers are going to prefer to use AI instead of people. The thing is, there are too many legal things in the middle, and the 80% of a movie creation is legal. It's not only art and creation and actors and it's legal. So it's not something so easy to go over it. So it's not so easy to pass over it. So I don't think that will be the thing that most have to worry you
right.
You have to think about other things that are cultural. They are asking for rights, and that is a complicated thing because they already have a modification of the copyright law. They don't allow anything created in AI like to have some rights. Right now is that change. But the thing is, for example, right now Adobe added a tool in the middle of the program. So if you wanted to add something created in AI, you will not know if the digital product will have or not something AI inside. So that's complicated because it puts you in a complicated situation because if you don't want to permit people who create in AI to have rights, do you know the digital product doesn't have any AI inside? Somewhere. What happened with that part? Is it the same thing or what happened? So two things can happen. Or if they change it again and give everybody who creates in digital digital creation rights, the owner rights, so they win.
Yeah.
The AI people win.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they have what they want.
Yeah.
But the other thing that could happen is to take off any rights to everybody who creates something in digital, which is crazy because right now it's in 90% of the industry is creating things in digital.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of great, amazing artists.
Yeah.
So that's, as I say, it's a dark thing.
Yeah.
We can talk about that in another moment.
Yeah.
I may be wrong because, of course, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah,
it's a concern.
Yeah, no, it's a very much a concern, and it's talked about quite a bit within the industry, and for good reason, right? We want to protect our artists, and I think it's the right thing to do. So we'll see what the future brings. It's going to be really hard to keep AI out forever, so we're going to have to figure something out eventually. But as of right now, I mean, even with the Writers Guild that is on strike right now, although that's not the main reason why, it's a lot of other things with streaming. That's certainly a big part of it, right? Because AI can also be used to tell stories. And so you have to be really careful. And I know there's a fine line that you could be crossing, and you start to remove people. I don't think that gets better for the audience because I'm not sure AI can get those details of that human element in a storytelling like a human could.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think the idea of replace people per se.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen because you still need people unless the robot do everything by himself and the robot want to sell you some art, which is not going to happen.
Yeah.
But as far as the people is involved, even prompting, the humans is always trying to get recognition.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to be recognized, and even the people who doesn't do much, just prompting, they want to be recognized. So the thing with the ego of the humans is going to be always a problem in the middle. So the AI may be there, and maybe many people are creating stuff with it. They're asking for images with the AI. But they want to have recognition, so you will have a problem with rights all the time. No matter what. So this is not going to be like a big change in that area. Humans are always wanting to have recognition.
Sure, absolutely.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to give recognitions to people who prompt for what? Because you're going to have to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
One way or another.
Yeah.
Or you prefer to have people creating things from zero and pay them for their originality as they always have. So it's kind of weird because you're not gonna be safe with the AI not paying to people. You're going to how?
Yeah, someone's getting paid. Someone will definitely get paid.
Who's gonna give you less problems legally?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's so awesome, Omar. So as far as some of the things that you're currently working on, you had mentioned the up in New York, the gentleman that you're working with his comic book. Anything else that you're working on that fans could look out for?
I'll be posting progress of that comic book because I know it's gonna take a little time to be seen, but they allow me to do that. So I don't have a problem with that. But I don't have any other things going on except for the paintings that I'm doing. So the fans could be seeing. It will be seeing more paintings, more processing. Even other artists, if they feel I don't remember the word. Inspired for the processing, the art process that I'm doing, they can see more of that in the future. And I will try to make my YouTube channel a little better because I'm trying to get to the people who lives around me right now, because I can do everything in Spanish. It's gonna be easy for me to do that.
No, it's great.
Yes. So I have to start working for the people who came to the convention, who
Yeah.
came to the comic book stores. I know plenty of the fans are also artists or want to be artists.
Yeah.
So I want to work for them. I want to
Yeah.
give them back what they gave to me. So
That's awesome. Yeah. Do you have videos on your YouTube that show your process of painting and everything where they could,
yeah,
like the camera could watch you do everything?
mostly digital right now.
Yeah, that's excellent.
What they have there. But
I would love to
I
see a
will
painting
post,
one, Omar. We got to do a painting video. That would be amazing.
yeah, that's the next target.
Yeah. That is
I have all
excellent.
the setup there. You can see that.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're ready to
I
go,
will
man.
have it eventually.
That's awesome, man.
So, yeah.
That's so cool, Omar. Man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate meeting you, my friend. Like I said, I was super excited when my sister called me and said, "Hey, there's some guy named Omar." I'm like, I have comic books that he's done some artwork on. That is awesome, man. So yeah, I can't wait for you to come out west. And when you do, I could help set up some comic book shops for you to do some art.
Nice.
They would love that. Yeah, they would love that. Yeah.
I have to figure out how to bring all my stuff there because here we can move with cars.
Yeah,
but,
it's easier.
Going to the other coast with cars, I mean, no.
That's a long drive, my friend. A long drive.
And so I will see, but I will thrill to do that because I love the other coast. I always loved it. So
do you go to San Diego Comic-Con very often anymore or no?
No. I'm not in the position right now.
Yeah.
I think that's expensive.
It's so expensive. Even as a fan, just to go as a fan, it's expensive.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine bringing all your tools and paying for a booth and doing all that stuff. It's got to be very expensive.
I recently contacted the brand called Holbein. I don't know if you know. Holbein is the brand who creates the painting that Alex Ross uses and many other artists too. Yeah. But they are renowned because of the pigments. The pigments are really strong, are light fast, which is going to last for years.
Yeah.
And it's not going to fade. That's why Alex Ross uses it.
Yeah.
So his originals are important. So he takes care of that. So I recently contacted them because I started using those paintings for my work.
Oh wow!
So I called my phone. I'm going to do it, and I did it, and it went well because they are really cool people. Yeah. So we start trading some stuff. I don't know. They want to send me a box, but I don't know what is going to be.
Oh, that's exciting.
So yeah. I think is one of the managers of the U.S. Part of the company because they are Japanese and U.S. companies.
Okay. Yeah.
He told me if I'm going to be in San Diego because he wanted to share some space and I can go, but if I will have the opportunity to do it, I will do it immediately.
Yeah.
I've been painting in comic book stores with gouache and watercolor, so I don't have any problems to do it in San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. Well, if you do, let me know, man. I'll go down to San Diego. I'd love to meet you in person.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. Very good. Omar, what is the comic book scene like in Argentina?
I'm not too connected right now. I think that they start getting better in the past few years because I know some friends of mine that they started to publish independent stuff that was really cool and really high level but I don't know what happened now because Argentina is suffering from many complications in the
economically and a lot of different things. Yeah.
So I don't know what happened. I have to be in contact with them right now so I can know how they are doing because I know they're suffering. So but the thing is we have a lot of great artists in Argentina.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about people who can create tons of licenses.
Yeah.
They are so great. They have so many different styles and different ways to tell stories that you will be blown away. They are really great artists.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because I'm Argentinian. I can say
Yeah.
that Colombia has a
Yeah.
bunch of great artists too, and
Yeah.
I happen to know them.
Yeah.
Peru has some great artists too.
Yeah.
Chile has some great Chile has some great artists too.
Yeah.
I mean, but the fact in Argentina we have all those artists without the possibility to expand because they are tough to. They have the problem with what they want to sell art
Yeah.
outside Argentina or send some stuff by email, but get the payment is
Yeah.
complicated.
Yeah.
So they can do that online, but they cannot get the payment immediately. So they are really tough. They are really suffering that things. I know most of them. No. Some
Yeah.
of them find a way to do it better
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they are working in the industry for a long time, so they find a way to do it.
Yeah.
But the new people, the new artists, or the younger artists right now, they
Yeah.
they keep struggling with that over and over.
Yeah.
So but as I told you, if you put like 15 artists from Argentina doing some great stuff and you pay a good money. I'm not saying making them rich,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
pay some good money, they will do crazy, amazing stuff for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, maybe
That's,
you could help provide maybe a list, and I could share that list within
yeah,
the
of
community,
course.
the independent community, and maybe
No
we could find
problem.
some work for them. Yeah, that'd be really good, and I think it'd be an
No
honorable
problem.
thing to do for them. Yeah,
No problem. No
yeah,
problem. Yeah, I can do that tomorrow.
yeah, yeah,
We can keep talking and I can do that
yeah.
tomorrow.
I think that would be amazing, Omar. We'll get those names out there and make sure that we're sharing all this skill that in the U.S. We maybe just don't notice because it's not that accessible, but we could help make them more accessible and hopefully get them some work. I think that would be pretty cool.
What you say is right, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with that because I came here to work, so I understand.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and that is my desire, my
Yeah.
wishes,
Yeah.
is they can find also a way to do what they do,
Yeah.
at least in Latin America,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Exactly.
be paid as they should be.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because there is no responsibility for any other country. Even
Yeah.
US doesn't have any responsibility over me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just came here to work here, but the US doesn't have any responsibility to give me work.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I know they recognize it, and I'm thrilled that they like what I do.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be the safe boat for any other problems happening in the art industry in other countries.
Yeah.
That's what my wish is. I hope they find a way, or Argentina find a way to have this, give them the compensation they need, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because it is incredible. They are still producing some great artists with so many problems in the country.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
But I will share your contact.
Yeah. Please do. Yeah, because I know a lot of people that are writing their own comic books, and they're always looking for really good artists. And on the other side, if you're trying to create a comic book, there's a lot of fraud that goes on of people saying they're an artist, and then all of a sudden you pay them and then you get nothing back. And so to have like a place where you feel comfortable that you could go to find very good quality artists, but you know that you're going to get the art that you paid for. And then on the other end, right, that the artist could be part of that and know that they're going to get paid a living wage, a proper wage for their art too. I think that back and forth could be very healthy, where we could connect people and just provide them work on both sides.
Let me ask you something. You say that there is some kind of fraud going on. Some artists don't give the art to the people who pay.
Yeah. And again, you have to be very careful as a writer when you want to try and create your own comic book. You need to do a lot of research to make sure that you're working with the right people. And you'll see, I don't know if you ever get this, but on Instagram or Facebook, I get so many people messaging me saying, "Hey, I'm an anime artist, and I and can I share my work with you? And then you start to talk back and forth and stuff like that. And then a lot of times you realize they're stealing work from other artists and they're saying they're an artist, and then you pay them and then they give you nothing back. So I've heard a lot of stories of, creators and writers going through that. And so they're always looking for like a safe place to find like real artists where, they could trust. And how important it is between a writer and an artist, because the artist is telling the story too, right? So you have the creator and the writer that is writing out the story, but man, if that art doesn't help tell that story, then it doesn't come through for the reader. And so there's almost a dance that you have to do between the writer and the artist, right? So you want to have someone that you could trust, and you want to be able to have a really strong partnership so that your story could come forth. And finding those right artists is really hard sometimes, especially if you're very new into trying to create your own comic book. That's where most of the fraud takes place. If you've done it for a while, you know what things to look for, and you're like, no, that's not a real artist right there. But yeah, I mean, having someone that makes things a lot easier.
And I hope they value that, because I have the other story from the other side, which is
for
my
sure.
side.
Absolutely, yeah. It goes both
writers
ways.
Who does not compromise what they. I mean, I didn't have a problem. A writer didn't pay me or something, but their trust or the way they see the business, maybe it complicates things and create problems. And they from one day to another, they just cancel everything. I'm not gonna give names. I have a problem like less than a year ago. It happens to be that I have a lot of things to do, and I have to take it because, as an immigrant, I have to pay a lot of things, legally speaking, at least from the beginning, right? And I have to take all the work that I can. I work with somebody doing NFTs and all that stuff, but I created a lot of work. And in the same moment, I get to a really nice project that I wanted to put all my energy. I even created style that I didn't work before. There's wash inks, pencils, and I love it to create those characters. But I had to tell the writer who paid me up front and have some patience, because as he doesn't have any, he didn't have any like a schedule to fulfill. He didn't even have like a crowdfunding project or anything. So I asked him to be patient. I've been in contact with him many, many times. And I let him know. He say always, do whatever you can. Don't worry. We will get to that. We work together. Then, for a reason I don't know, he got angry and he wanted everything just right now. And it's impossible to do that. It creates a problem, because I signed a really tough contract with him. It created a problem to me, but I tried to make all the 40 pages that he wanted, at least in pencils, in less than 3 months, which was crazy because all the characters are new, all the locations are new. We have to create everything. But he didn't understand, and because I couldn't get to show him all the grayscales with the ink wash, he canceled the project. And from one day to another, I lost all projections of my financials. So I got to do whatever I got to do to survive, because I have a family, and I cannot play with that.
For sure.
And that is what I wanted to tell you. Sometimes a writer doesn't have any real plan, business plan. Just to have the money, and I pay you for doing the art. So be magic, do whatever you have to do, and do it fast. Let me be involved in the project.
Exactly.
Let's make a route together. Let's create an objective together. And let's see, we really have to fulfill those deadlines. Let's not work because of your fears, or work, intervene by your fears, or intervene by your prejudges of
Yeah.
what could happen or not.
Yeah.
I have been always in contact and never lied or anything.
Yeah.
But he led me in a really bad situation.
Yeah.
I didn't create a problem to him, a real problem to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he creates a problem to me. So that's the thing for new artists that are watching this video.
Yeah.
Be careful. Create your own contracts. Don't let any other people, don't even if they give you money up front to create a contract that can compromise you in a way that you can affect your family, your finances, or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Don't do that. Know about contracts. Please learn about that because it's a really important thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, what you say, this is a complimentary thing of what you say.
Yeah. No, it goes both ways for sure. And you got to remember, right? We're working with people at the end of the day, right? It's an innate object, right? It's just a piece of paper with some pictures on it. This is a person that did this. There's a person behind the art, right? So we have to be very
behind all the toys that you have there too.
Yeah.
Also.
Exactly.
All people.
It's all people, my friend. Yeah. So we have to be very careful with that, Omar, and be respectful. But yeah, I mean, I think we could really help. I think some people have that kind of secure relationship, and then maybe provide some work for some amazing artists, because we're always looking for more and more artists. I think it's amazing. After doing some interviews, there's so many people when you go to a Comic-Con that are creating their own comic books. There's a lot of independence, and right now is probably the easiest time ever to create your own comic book. It's expensive. It's not cheap. So anybody's thinking they're going to get into a comic book, it's going to cost you $5,000 easily for your first comic book on the minimum, because you have to pay page rates for the artist. You have to pay a publisher. But the good thing is there's companies like Comic Wellspring, Kablam, that make it very easy. Once you do have everything done, they print it like that, and they do small runs as low as 25 at a time. So today it's easier to produce your own comic book more than any other time in history. So if you're getting into it, now's the time to do it. And I love the independent, although I love DC and Marvel, the two big ones. I love independent comics because of the stories that could be told and the unique art that could be used. And in DC and Marvel, right, they have these 80-year-old characters who I love, but there's very little flexibility in what you could do with the Superman, because Superman has 80 years worth of history that you have to respect, right? But if I create my own character, I could do anything with it, right? And that's what makes it really unique.
You see, the market is showing you right now that people are choosing new stuff and more original stories. They buy a lot of manga, which is they are offering all the time different kind of stories, different kind of characters, different situations, different social situations. So people are choosing that. We have to be careful and take care of that.
Absolutely.
Because the thing is, as you say, it's easy to be an independent producer of comic books right now. But some people do it in a wrong way.
Absolutely.
And it's creating a damage to something that should be better for all, for the writer, for the artist, for the publisher, and be more like smoothly, because it's not good. It's not very smooth right now.
Agree.
I understand many people doesn't understand about business. You know, you don't get your 1099 sometimes. It creates some. I know it's rough. Still rough, but let's try to avoid the Kirkman syndrome, because Kirkman did something really intelligent for him. Not too intelligent, or not to carry, not to take care of the artists involved. And I'm not talking about Invincible. I'm talking about Walking Dead, for example. He created like a Bibles of comic books. But what he obtained is a big like a storyboard to show companies and be millionaire doing a beautiful series, because the series are great. But you don't start it like that. I mean, if you wanted to have a storyboard, you would have to contract people to do storyboards.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, and I'm not saying about he did something wrong. It's the industry who wants to take that as an example. Everyone wants to be Kirkman. I mean, Kirkman had some problems with the artists, but he has the tools to compensate that problem.
Exactly.
And the artists are fine right now. But if you are trying to start the same business and became the next Kirkman, what you're going to do is to harm the industry, because what you want is to keep all the rights for yourself. And you know what? If I have to choose, I would choose DC or Marvel if I have the chance.
Right. Yeah.
Because they are going to keep the rights. Of course, I know that.
Yeah.
Because they are the characters. But you are creating something new, and you are not giving me a possibility to be part of that.
Yeah.
The characters with you, the look of the characters, the atmosphere of the story, etc. So, hey, man, that's maybe not the best business for me. Try to do it in a better way. Kirkman did it because he got the possibility to do it with Image, and Image has his own structure, which is fine. But you're not Kirkman, you're not going to, maybe you'll never have the tools to compensate what you're doing in the future to the artist if you get rich. I don't know what are you going to do?
Exactly.
That's the thing, because when I work on Volition, you have Volition?
Yeah, well, my sister has it. She's mailing it back to me because I had to get your signature on it.
When I get the first draft of Volition was a really great idea. I love the idea. But we didn't have anything related with the look of the story. Nothing. Ryan sent me like a couple images of what he thought the robot could be. I told him, we need this robot to be cool. So we're going to have a love story between them, and it's going to be developed in this slowly. So we need relationship. We need facial expressions and all that stuff. So we have to create something that is interesting for the readers and can relate with the characters. So I created everything, every part of the story, every part of the not the story, every part of the look of the story, like the vehicles in the background, the buildings. I actually create a whole
world.
city.
A world.
So I can move the city and know where I am when I'm working in that location. It was really crazy. It was a mix of 3D characters, because I modeled all the robots in 3D, and they can move.
Oh, wow.
They can move and pose. And
that's awesome.
Illustrations, because I took from them some information of lighting and stuff. And then translated to 2D. It was crazy, man. So Aftershock had all the characters in 3D, and I offer for free to make the characters printed so they can have it on the booth, and they say no. And I asked Ryan to give me some part of the rights for all what I have created, even he knowing that I create that, because he acknowledged that, and he said no, because that is not going to be my business if I give you that. And I understand, man, but in what way? And I'm not going to talk about the problem that I have with Aftershock, because everybody have a problem with Aftershock. They don't pay and all the stuff. But the rights are important, because we have that dance that you say. We talk about the story together. We put some rules on the story, including graphical rules. If you see something like that, that means that thing. And we did all that kind of stuff, but they denied the rights. They denied my participation. So, that doesn't give you energy to keep going with a comic book so difficult to produce like that one. And if some people remember that comic in the future, maybe it's because of the designs of the robot.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
No,
So
very
anyway,
much likely, right? I mean, it's usually the art that we see first as a collector. And a lot of times it's the art that sells the comic book. I mean, I don't want to go into detail, but there are certain comic books by Marvel and DC that are terribly written. They're just not that good. But the art is amazing, right? So you're buying the cover because the cover looks incredible and it's collectible. So there's two types of people, right? You have the people that really love the story, don't care about the comic as much, but they love the story. And then you have most people that want that cover, right? Whatever that cover looks like, right? That's part of my collection and I want to collect that. And so 20 years down the road, as I'm going through a box of old comics, it's going to be the cover that kind of pops first, that, oh, I need to relook at that one again. Look how cool it looks, right? So I think the art has a lot of power and we should probably recognize that.
yeah. The thing is, like I say to my students once, you are going to be the director, you're going to be the cinematography director too, because you have to think about lighting, and if you do colors, you are the art director in every step of the work. So man, if you do something wrong, and if you fucked up some of the images that you're doing and people doesn't like it, it's your thing.
Man.
You are going to be responsible. So especially with new things, especially with independent things. I wanted to make it clear. All the things that I'm not complaining, but I'm saying about the experiences that I have. It's not against anybody. It's not against. I understand what Ryan wanted, what he wanted, because maybe he could have the tools to give me something if the publisher has the tools to do it as well.
Right.
So, but if you, as a publisher, what you want is to have licenses to sell to everybody like Netflix or whatever, and you don't care about the art, you don't care about the possibilities of the book itself. Okay, I understand your objectives, but your objectives are not the books. Your objectives they're different things. You want to sell these things as licenses, and that's it. So no matter if you do it the right way or not, if you draw well or not, it doesn't matter. What you want is just like a storyboard for people to see the potential to make a series or a movie or something. But they don't care about the art if it's great or not. And the crazy thing is, and I'm sad for that, because we, for the first and the second issues, we have the best reviews in the world. And it's sad because it happened to be that I didn't continue with the work. They have to hire some other artists and push him to do it really, really fast. So that kind of things it shows you the intention of the product, and that, as a reader, takes me out of the story, takes me out of the idea to keep consuming that kind of story. Because I see your intention.
Exactly.
I don't see the compromise that you should have with the story, the product itself.
Wow.
So anyway, it's a lot of talk about that, but I'm not complaining directly with anybody. It's just experience that are true. They may have another point of view, but
No, I think people need to know both sides of it like that, because especially on the art side, and that's why I love having amazing artists like you on, Omar, to kind of tell your story, because I think a lot of times we get the story on the writer side, but we don't get that many stories on the artist side. And I think it's really important that we understand that relationship is two ways, and a successful comic book only takes place when you have a great story and great art to help tell that story. And if you don't have those two things, it's going to fall flat, and it usually does.
Thomas, I just turned 47.
Today, right?
I'm closer.
Congratulations.
I'm closer to 50 years old. And I understand why other artists doesn't spoke about their experiences. I don't say I don't care about my career in the future. I care a lot of what is going to happen to me and my family and my career, because I love to do this. It's my passion.
Yeah.
But I also recognize that I didn't have the chance to do as much as I should have to do all these years. I
Yeah.
would love to do more. I would love to do really great things,
Mm-hmm.
create things for myself or for other licenses. I don't care. I really love this. I am passionate, love this media. But I I don't care about speaking out about my experiences, even if they are not the best sometimes, because if this could help to the industry and other artists to understand and gave them the inspiration to talk out loud what happened with their side of the story, and stop saying that everybody who work with they have to be thankful. Yes, you have to be thankful, but you have also to be human and think about the space that you're taking in the industry. You are part of the artist. You are the graphic artist. As you, there are many others. So be in contact with those and stop being in the bubble where you are the artist of the only artist. No, you are connected with all the other artists. So as right now there is a Writers Guild, right? They join forces to fight for something. Graphic artists should do the same thing. They have to fight for their rights. They have to be you have to be conscious of what you're put in the product, what you give with your art, what is your I don't know what to say, contribution with the product. What did you do there? You just put images in some magical script, or you just give your 50% of the product that they are putting out outside, right?
I agree. No, I fully agree, Omar, and I'm glad that this discussion came forward, because I guarantee, knowing a few artists in the industry, they all feel very much the same way you do. And I think that story needs to get out. And I appreciate you sharing it, because I don't think it's talked about as much as it probably needs to be. Hopefully someone will listen to this and be able to relate. And I agree with you. I think we have to be very careful who we're working with, and we have to be very careful that we're taking care of those who do it very well. When you find a really good artist, you want to keep them. And so you just kind of gave the blueprint to make that happen, right? Is if you have big broad plans about what you're doing, why would you not have the artist that helped you get there part of those plans?
You know what? You have also take care of the good people too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Writers, editors, and comic book artists too. Graphic artists. You have to take care of the good people, because it's easy when they die to put some memorial and say, "Oh, how much I miss Norm Breakfall," for example. And Norm was a really great guy. And he contributes so much in the universe of Batman. And people like that, and Neil Adams, for example, why we're talking about all their contributions after they died, man. You have to recognize this when they are alive.
Agree.
And that's the thing we have to be more conscious of. Anyway.
No, very well said, Omar. Very well said. Well, Omar, I mean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming on. It was kind of last minute. You jumped on it, even on your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. That is awesome, man.
Thank you.
I also am 48 years old, so I'm very close to that 50 like you. Oh, I'm starting to feel it everywhere. Oh, everywhere, man. Things are falling apart, man. But Omar, thank you so much for coming on. I'll put your address so everyone knows how to find you. But you could follow Omar on Instagram, Facebook. Are you on TikTok, Omar?
Not so much. I have a profile, but I maybe put in some more. As much as I do for YouTube, I will share some stuff in TikTok too.
Yeah. And it's all just Omar Francia, right? Is what to look up on all of those. Yeah. So give him a follow. Go to his YouTube page. You could watch all kinds of really cool videos of him doing his art. Omar, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for coming on. Big fan of your work, and I hope that we could stay connected, my friend.
Yeah, of course. I'll be here.
All right, Omar. Thanks, Len. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.